Alright, this is a video showing a testing of our new 4-in-1 camera. Here we have the camera box. This is our 4-in-1 design. It actually outputs CVI, TVI, and AHD in 1080p, and also analog. So if you look at the camera itself, you will see the, just to show you, it's the same model number. And on the belly of the camera, inside the cap, which you can take off. If you do, please make sure you secure it very tightly so water doesn't leak back in. On here, there's a joystick. This joystick lets you change how and what signal is being outputted from the camera. There is a little diagram that comes in the spec sheet here. What it basically says is if you want analog, you have to press a certain direction and hold for 6 seconds. If you want AHD, hold it up for 6 seconds. And if you want CVI, you hold the button up for 6 seconds. So for analog, so it's up 6 seconds, CVI down 6 seconds, AHD left 6 seconds, and TVI right 6 seconds. If you look at the pigtail of the camera, it's like any other camera. It has just a BNC and a 12-volt DC power. So I'm going to show you how the camera works. You basically plug it in. And here we have our analog DVR. It's about 4 years old. It's only analog. And I'm going to connect it to video and to power. And here you see I've got video. So right now it is set to analog mode. Let's show widescreen. So here you have no issues getting analog video. I disconnect power, camera goes out. I reconnect power, camera comes back on. It's like a flashlight. You provide power to it, it'll come back on. When you disconnect it, it'll go out. Now, with other DVRs that might have AHD, TVI functionality, depending on how that technology works, if you disconnect power and reconnect it, it might not come on because it depends on the DVR how it syncs back to the camera. That might involve removing the BNC connector on the back and then reconnecting it. And to show you that this camera, if you receive it and you have it in the wrong settings, you can actually change the output. So let's say, for example, I wanted to put it in CVI again. That was pressing it down for 6 seconds. On this camera, down is when I'm holding it this way. Now down is down, up is up, left is left, right is right. Press down for 6 seconds. What happens? The video goes out because this is an analog DVR and I am now outputting a CVI signal. If I press left for 6 seconds, again, I can actually hear the camera click. Nothing happens because right now I put it on AHD mode. But if I were to put it back on analog mode by pressing up for 6 seconds and holding it, it comes back on in analog mode because this is an analog DVR and now the analog DVR can recognize the video. Similarly, if I put it on right and hold it for 6 seconds, you get no video because the camera video is not being sensed by the DVR because that's a 1080p signal and this DVR doesn't handle a 1080p signal. I press back up for 6 seconds and here we've got video again because this is an analog DVR and now it's outputting an analog signal, which is also called CVBS. So make sure you refer to this diagram that is included in the spec sheet for the camera.